Welcome to his house, where we gon' run our mouth, while sipping pearl tea, that's pearl tea, yeah, that's on me. First thing we're gonna talk about is Miss Danae Jackson, who was married to, was it Derrick Jackson? Some Jackson, the dude who was giving love and dating advice. And everybody thought they was a perfect couple. Then you saw her with the black bonnet on, the black sweatshirt on. And he had on a purplish, maroonish like top. Man was in this nice little house on the couch holding hands. But everybody could tell that something wasn't right with her. And people was making parodies and everything about their relationship, so on and so forth. And then they ended up splitting and going separate ways. So we're here to talk about them people for a minute. The one that was a parody. It's crazy because, like I said, the man was giving dating advice, but just because you not living, I'm gonna just give a disclaimer. Just because you're not living what you preaching, don't mean you don't know what you're talking about. However, people are more prone and likely to listen to a person who they see living the life that they want to live. But a lot of times people be putting on assumptions and fronts anyway. So a lot of times you think you're seeing what's the real, but you really don't even know what the real deal is for real anyway. So everybody knew that something wasn't right if this woman is up here talking with a bonnet on her head. That had me floored, bro. Like, we was like, is she okay? Blink once. If you're okay. If not, let us know. So anyway, I thought she was going to stick it out for a little bit or whatever, but she ended up leaving him and she got popular on social media. She's supposed to be really into the church, really into the Lord now, and making memes and stuff about Christianly stuff and stuff like that. But baby, little did we know. So apparently she done some shows. Apparently she done some talking. And she's spilling all the tea to the ins and outs of their relationship. Because I don't think he would do anything like that. I'm really ready to hear his side at this point. But he was a very attractive guy. She was a very attractive female. And I didn't even know they had kids. That's even the sad part, because the kids are now no longer with both parents. And that's just sad, but it is what it is. A lot of people don't understand and can't handle the cheating dynamic. But I will say this disclaimer. I feel like sometimes Christians take the easy way out. Like, if you're going to claim to be a Christian, they never really said get a divorce because of cheating. They really don't say divorce at all. And that's the thing I be wanting to suck into y'all head. That's why I can't be a full-blown Christian. Like, you would consider me as a Christian, but like, it's certain things in there like I can't tolerate, because if I'm getting disrespected, if I'm getting annoyed, I don't care about none of them vows, none of that. Like, I'm out, I'm deuces. But at the same time, it's like, if you going hard Christian and all this, like, you could have stayed. You should have stayed. The only thing that happened was you got humiliated and put out on Front Street in front of the public. That was the only thing. But little did we know what was going on behind the scenes. What was behind the scenes was obviously crazy than what was in the face and in front of our faces, and crazy than fiction, right? Because dang, well, actually was fiction. Like, the truth was crazy. She started getting on this podcast. She was spilling the tea and this and that. And after I heard some of that tea, of course, I didn't watch all of it, baby, because it was a train wreck. Like, really a train wreck. It was crazy. And I'm even surprised I watched what I did watch. But I didn't even watch enough, to be honest. But she was talking about how she been on he was cheating. She been on he had pros, and she even would run into the pros, and she would go the extra mile to get him to get her attention over these other people, to where she used to look at the photos that were very distasteful that these women would send him and everything. Like, she was study them so she could be like these women, so he could give her more attention. She had this dude portrayed to be her man, so to make this dude jealous and everything. Like, she knew the times that the women would come and go, but she was like wanting that man that bad. And I feel like this. If you wanted that man that bad, baby, you should have just stayed with him. Because first of all, y'all look crazy. Y'all look hella crazy now, especially since you claim yourself to be a Christian and you left your husband. Like, stay with him. You can't be saying you a Christian, and you stay with him. And you know you thinking about that man because the crazy stuff he used to do, the wild and chaotic stuff that you dealt with and put up with behind that man and stalk that man. You want that man. And don't get me wrong. I've had a situation where I could see, okay, yeah, I would have put my all on the line for a man to keep it or whatever, just because he was just that fine, or I thought he was that stuff. But then at the day, it's like, he really ain't all that, you know. But at the same time, it's like, you done did all this and nobody knew. We thought you didn't know he was cheating. We thought you was just, well, I probably would have expected you probably heard something, but baby, she more than heard, baby. She was seeing photos of the women. She was knowing the times, the date, the location. She was eavesdropping. She was plotting. She was scheming. She was going the extra mile to keep her man. And I'm just like, girl, you might as well stay with the man, because now you ain't got no man. You may not even get a man. You probably will later on, you know, a church going man that ain't gonna be nothing like this dude that you probably ain't gonna want for real. But, you know, it's cool. But like, you could have just stayed with him at this point, because I thought you was the victim. I thought you didn't want to be there. I thought like he was holding you hostage. I thought like you didn't know what was going on. But it don't give me that he was holding you hostage. It gave me very much you wanted to be there. And if you really wanted to be there, I feel like you really need to be there. Like, call the man, take him back, because I'm sure he having a hard time. Well, no, he probably not. You know, he probably got women still beating down his door, whatever. But obviously he wanted to be with you. So, girl, make that thing work with y'all kids. You done came this far. And the way you was talking and stuff, talking about you was about to end everybody and all this, I was like, girl, like, you need to get who you can get, because you had me a little scared a little bit, you know. And I was thinking, oh, she on a whole nother level. And she ain't as innocent as I thought she was. Like, I thought like he was running circles around her. It looked like she was running little couple circles around him. But at the end of the day, it be like that sometimes. Sometimes when you feel like you got a man in your life that you really attracted to, he be putting it down right. He's taking care of home. He doing what you want to do. Sometimes you will find yourself overlooking stuff. That's what they did back in the day. Especially when it was a lot going on and they didn't have no time to really look at their options and weigh their options and stuff like that. They try to keep it together and do their thing on the side or whatever, keep it together, this and that. And true enough, of course you want that perfect love, that perfect marriage, that perfect thing. But a lot of times the fairy tale loves don't be existing like people think they do. And I feel like she just need to get back with the man, basically, because I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like if she did all that to keep the man, nobody even know half the stuff that she went through to keep this man, the half the stuff that she endured to make sure she kept this man. She obviously wanted the man. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. Like, you wanted the man. He wanted you enough to marry you, give you a family, give you a home, provide for you in the way he could. He somewhat, I feel like, liked her too, but I feel like he was just not really healed. Like, I feel like he wasn't healed within himself, and he wasn't able to show her the affection and the love that she deserved. And that's just what it is. But hopefully you can come back from that. Oh, Mr. Jamie Foxx. Oh, okay. Speaking of Mr. Jamie, a lot of people have heard some bad news. People saying that he in the hospital, he out of the hospital, he in the hospital. People just don't know. If Jamie is out the hospital and when he comes back, he need to do a Miss Wonder remake. Okay, I might have to go see it because that man was crazy ugly. They did that show. And it was crazy and wild. And I love to see it. Jamie Foxx was one of the most ugliest women that I ever seen in my motherfucking life. Miss Wonder, that's Jamie on the screen right there, baby. He was scary one. He was scary looking. Yes, he was. Okay. So everybody was talking about he was out, he was in. I was like, you really can't say too much with the situation. I feel like now it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think we have some good news in the works for Jamie. And I'm happy to hear that. because apparently people said that he took some shot and he was out of commission. And he became blind in one eye, or blind in this. He was paralyzed, couldn't walk, couldn't get up, couldn't see out one eye. His eye was paralyzed and going from side to side. He had to wear glasses and stuff. No, I'm just playing. But I was like, dang, that's one of the crazy stories I done heard, because a lot of people don't want people associating fatalities and problems with that particular incident. And so the fact that he said that's what caused his incident to go haywire, it pissed me off. I'm not going to cap. I thought the story was far-fetched. I'm like, y'all got to be out here sipping on something, some Long Island something, because y'all lemonade, Paul Mormons, something, because something is not adding up. And then I was like, well, maybe that happened. You know, I was really starting to believe it, because I was like, well, dang, they got him. Dang, that's crazy. You mean to tell me that, you know, he was doing fine playing pickleball and this and that, and now, and people up here making conspiracy theories and talking about numbers, this, number that, pickleball mean this, pickleball mean that. I'm like, God dang. And I was like, even if he is out, you really can't say too much. So then they were like, well, he ain't out. He can't see. He can't move. He can't walk. He can't talk. Then they say he goes to come out with a show. I'm like, well, God dang. So anyway, I'm up here chilling and vibing, and I get some news that allegedly he might be okay. I'm excited. And they was like, Jamie responds to news about him being blind in one eye. He kind of looked like one. He was doing this little rapid thing with his eyes and joking like Jamie does with his old self, giving that wink time, basically saying he's all right. So allegedly, Jamie's all right out here in these streets. He's not really as bad as people think he is. He out here living life. He's good. He's having fun. He's planning for his future. Maybe that show that he was talking about is still on. People that counted him out might as well count their mother freaking self out. What the freak you mother freaking thought this was? We don't pricky prackadilly over here and get laid out. What the freak? What the freak you thought it was? We tell that pricky preak what time and mother freak is if we gonna get one. And a lot of us ain't gonna get one or haven't got one, but if we do get one, we're gonna play that thing like a fiddle and tell it where it can go to. And don't play with us. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. You know? Because you got that special DNA that don't come here to play. And when you see me come around, we gon' play all day. Hey, you don't play with us. We play with you. You don't play with us. We play with you. So obviously Jamie Foxx is doing good. So all his fans that's out there worried, he sends good news and tidings allegedly that he's doing okay. Unless it was some old news. The news that I'm hearing is that he's doing good, and I'm excited. I'm happy for him. I can't wait to see it. And he's looking good and better than ever. Just like the old Jamie, like nothing ever left. Like what the freak you thought this was? What time you must think this was? That I was out and I'm on out of commission. I can't motherfucking see out of one motherfucking eye. I can't motherfucking walk, baby. I can do a whole lot of what you thought, ladies. Y'all better watch out. Get with Jamie, even though he got a little boot thing or whatever, but everything seemed to be functioning fine. Everything seemed to be working fine. He's still looking a little fine as wine or whatever. So I'm happy to hear it and can't wait to see what's coming next for him. And he's letting all these fans know he still love y'all. He's sending his love. He want to thank you for his blessings, his prayers, the keeping hope alive, because God ain't done with him yet. And I love to see it. I love to hear it. I'm here for it, man. Jamie, Wanda, I'm here for all of it. Yeah. All right now. Blueface Baby Mama's got songs out. Blueface Baby Mama, Jaiyden Alexis has a new song out called Stewie. Stewie, 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 Stewie. Stewie, 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 Stewie. Who is Stewie, you may ask? Stewie is a big-headed cartoon character with the big eyes. And at one while, I was like, nah, bro. And then somebody mentioned she looked like Stewie. And I could not unsee it. I think they said Stuart Little. Is Stuart Little and Stewie the same thing? I don't even motherfucking know, bro. But Anyway, so Stewie, she decides, which I think is a brilliant idea, is to get some money and some fame off of people talking. Might as well get paid for it. So they calling her Stewie, baby. She said, I'm gonna run up a check. I'm gonna get a bag, finger a check. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. So to be honest, I done heard the Stewie song. I'm gonna give a little tea about what I feel about it. Yeah, just a little bit. But let me know. She's saying she only got one body, who is Blueface, and that's probably why he really so pressed by her. You think she only got one body? I don't know. It ain't giving me one body. But she also said she had other bodies, but they not men. It was females. And he don't get in his feelings, try to answer all these perverted questions on live about female on female crimes and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's your crazy but thinking she got one body, because it baby couldn't be me. It come up freaking be me. Well, nah, they was together for 10 years, so it could happen. It could be a possibility. I'm just like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I listened to the song. To be honest, the song I think was a good feat, because to be honest, the crazy part is her head used to not be that swole. Her head is a little bit on swole. That's why it's giving Stewie. Yeah, footballish. And I ain't never seen a head look like that, but she did kind of look like that dude Drisky. They put a picture of him up. And who else did they put a picture of her up with? I don't know. But she used to have a smaller head. If you look at the pictures with her and Blueface in high school, her head was not that large. And so it's kind of making me scared, like what happened? And her eyes were a little bit dimmer. It's like, did she go get some face done? Because I feel like she has had some things done to her lips. But I wonder if she's had something stuck in her face or not. I don't know. To make it swell up like that, because I don't know, people don't be knowing sometimes when you get little bitty stuff done on your face, it still can mess your face up. Like, I know people like that don't even look the same, and it can happen. But I don't know what her situation is. I do know she got her BBL, her body done, and she out here thinking, because in high school she had a nice little shape or whatever, but now she got a BBL, doing that thizzle. So I like the song. It was a little grimy and graphic, but I mean, for what it is, I feel like the lyrics made sense. I give big head, and it's like she got a big head. I think that went together, because people was talking about her having a big head. And I'm loving these memes with the lipstick out with her Stewie with the lipstick. It's cute that I see out. But anyway, like I said, she's not like ugly. I feel like she was much pretty in high school before the altercations were done to her. But, she's given, she looked, even when she was talking about her and her incident with Krishan back a couple years ago, she was much more prettier to me. But at the same time, it's like, it seemed like something that have happened for her to, but then too, when people get bigger, their face and stuff swells too. I don't really know what exactly happened, but the song I think is kind of fire. To be honest, I didn't think Krishan could sing, but she has grown on me, and I like the way Krishan sounds. Like, even the vibe all the time, I wasn't feeling it first, and it grew on me. Same thing with the Ski Jet. She was talking that song. Some of her songs like grow on me with Krishan. Jaiyden's song, I actually like the sound. Like, I feel like she has a better tone than Krishan, but she got to grow on me too. But I feel like she has talent. Literally, I feel like she has talent, and that just is what it is. I like some of the lyrics, the way she put it together. I like that she has a business mindset, capitalize on everything, and I love that her and Blue's getting money. I feel that.
Well, keep some for tea, and that's on me. All is allegedly, that's per tea. They say that we purty, you like when you do them dirty. They're so thirsty, sipping that purty. Per tea, it's so freaky dirty. Body getting bigger, like stick figures.